going back to the differences then, what skills or mindset differences is there between business development or BD, we just call it BD and save a lot of time by calling it BD, and sales, being the salesman or BD? What's the skill set? Are there any skill set differences or any sort of mindset differences?
In theory, perhaps not. You know, as with any walk of life, really, you get certain skill sets that are perhaps more inclined to one than another. Maybe more personality traits that are more inclined to sales and looking directly sort of business so relationships, as opposed to those that sort of, you know, looking more wildly at the sort of the industry and what's going on as a whole. I think really what I would draw upon is my background as an engineer.
Right.
As part of that, I've always looked at sort of solutionizing or looking for solutions. As a result, that's kind of created a kind of relative inquisitive nature. So I've always looking to sort of understand how things kind of engage, interact, visualizing kind of packages or solutions, which has then led me to sort of map that across where things are naturally happening, programs are happening, what's happening in different companies or different areas, and try and draw upon that to build up a bigger picture as to sort of what's happening. So then I can place solutions or services within that matrix, if you like. From what sort of we tend to sort of see, sales direct sort of is a perhaps more aligned sort of process. It's more of a defined start point, midpoint, end point. Whereas the business development, when it sort of draws up into more of the development sort of side of things, that's where things become more about information and intelligence building to gather that sort of overall view of customers, contracts, opportunities just in general, that then obviously then look to place the sort of the company. So ultimately, I suppose the sales sort of output is a key constituent of BD. However, it's that information you build around the outside that goes alongside that obviously then draws upon sort of various sort of facets. So yeah, I think from a sort of team name and sort of the definition of sort of characteristics, it's difficult to say implicitly what suits one or the other. It tends to be perhaps more about the communication sort of style, and perhaps people that are more looking to sort of, you know, engage with people sort of directly, building those one-to-one relationships, as opposed to maybe more the BD side, which opens things up a little bit more, starts to develop more of an open picture, and therefore it kind of matches in across into the sales side to align the both processes.